Hello and welcome to the Anti-Diet Meals with Farah Kariamburi. I'm your host, Deepak practitioner, keynote speaker and the founder of the 30-Day Anti-Diet Challenge. Welcome to my kitchen on the Tuesday afternoon. How are you guys? So today we're making, well, there's a reason why we're making what we're making. So in the oven, there's a couple of things going on really. There is tuna pasta bake being cooked for the boys. Today I'm having a little bit of a separate meal. Why? Because I'm doing a week of detox. Starts today. So I started last night really. I finished my meal at 5:30 and then my next meal tonight is after I've spoken to you guys. So it's a 24-hour fast, only water I'll be drinking in between. And tomorrow it's all vegetables. So vegetable soup, vegetable cooking whatever way. You can cook it in a little bit of olive oil. So everything to do with vegetables and then lots of water. And green teas and herbal teas if you want to, that'd be all fine. Then day after, 2 portions of protein and lots of vegetables. So the whole week is protein and vegetables for the rest of the week. The idea is to reset your stomach, your digestive system from carbohydrates and dairy in particular, because we just keep eating it and keep eating it. One thing I also realized that while you're on fast, you really are more disciplined. You know, it's a good habit to get into because when I was cooking, I could have put so many things in my mouth without actually knowing. So when I was doing the pasta bake, normally I would sprinkle the cheese and maybe have some myself, and I might chop some of the broccoli, which is not a bad thing, but you don't realize how many things you actually keep eating without knowing, without being hungry, just mindless eating. And when you're observing a fast, you realize actually, oh my God, I have got some really bad habits. Anyway, I want to show you that. So here we've got peppers, and any other thing that was in the fridge is in there, mainly peppers. Okay, so I've just got some pictures of these peppers I love. These are new ones in Aldi. So I got these. There's one of them is in there already. And I've got a yellow and a green pepper in there. But I never make my soups boring and plain. They have to have 1 onion, at least 4 cloves of garlic, at least some ginger in it, a chili or 2 maybe. This time it's 2. I also have a leek in there as my base and as my onion. And this is boiling away in a little bit of vegetable stock. That's it. And I want to just turn this off because it's actually cooked. I want to show you guys this. It has got a mushroom in it because I saw that lurking on the bottom of the fridge. Hence a dark colour. So I hope you can see that. So I'm going to just blend it with a blender, which is just there right in front of you guys. But in the meantime, I want to show you how to make quinoa. This is one grain that not many people know. I didn't know actually. About a couple of years back I started to use this. It's just called quinoa, so it's in the healthy area of the foods. So it will be next to maybe, I think they move it around in Aldi, so maybe next to rice. But this, I think I picked it up when it was next to all of the other health, like the chia seeds and things, or couscous. So this is a really great source of fiber and also a source of protein together. So if you're a vegan or vegetarian, try and bring in quinoa 2, 3, 4 times in a week into your diet. You're going to see how amazing it is. How do you cook it? You have to wash it really well. You have to wash it 2, 3 times. I've actually got it over there soaked. And then all you've got to do is boil it. Then you can use that as a porridge. You can use it in your salad. You can use it as a side dish to any of the foods that you are having. So like a portion of carbs. But it is quite low in carbs and quite high in protein. So, per serving is 141 calories, very low in fat. It's got about 6 grams of protein in it, and almost a bit more, 11 grams of protein in it. And yeah, it's got more protein than carbs in it. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, or even if you're not either of those, really good, nutritious mix of harvested, captured, wholesome flavor, wholesome food. Try it out, see what happens. So all we're going to do is I've just washed it. I'm going to turn the hob on here. I'm just going to cook that quinoa. Like I said, you can have it with anything. You can have it in the fridge and just use it as and when you need it. And again, the amount of water you need to cook this is just like you'd be cooking rice. The water will absorb and the quinoa will just be left with the grains. The grains will swell up 2 or 3 times the size of it. Okay, so we're done here. We've got broccoli being cooked here because the boys are having tuna pasta bake and broccoli. So just checking that it's not too soft. Oh, that's ready. Just going to drain my broccoli. Making a lot of vegetables. This detox is making me actually eat a lot more vegetables than I would have. I had to nip into shops today to get more vegetables because I'm eating vegetables 4 times tomorrow. And so I'm making the different types of it. So I'm going to have soup. So anytime I feel hungry tomorrow, I'm going to just have a bowl of soup and hardly any calories. You've got a teaspoon of olive oil in there, onion, garlic, ginger. No, hardly any calories. Everything has calories, but very little. And then you've got bell peppers, which are mainly water, and a couple of mushrooms, and there's a leek in there. That's it. That is your soup. So you could just have that when you are feeling hungry. As I'm going through this, I want to put lots and lots of good vegetables in my body, and that's the reason for doing this. So if nothing else, if you really struggle to fast, give your body a rest and just do the vegetables. Just try and have good quality vegetables in whatever format you want. You can mix it up. Have some raw, have some cooked, have some baked, but just vegetables, not sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are carbohydrates, remember, guys. We're talking very much of a liquidy type of a diet. Again, this is not going to be long term. I would probably say, I recommend doing it maybe twice, 3 times a year, especially after you've put your body through a holiday or let's say Christmas. So January is a good time, but this is not a diet, by the way. This is you flushing your body with good amount of vegetables. If you eat really well, you might think you actually don't need it, to be honest. But I would still recommend doing this. One, to just check and see where you're at in terms of your habits. It's got good colouring actually. It's got a lot of red peppers going through. This one here that I talked to you about, this one. So I just left them out there. Sometimes it can splash like it just did now. I'm fine. It's not as hot as I thought. Okay, so you just have to be real careful when you're doing this. Basically keep it down. And just get over the bumps. I can't actually try it yet. I'm meant to break my fast in 20 minutes. Quite looking forward to that. So I'm going to be having some turkey burgers. Again, not having tuna pasta or any of the, sorry, not pasta and any of those things due to having a detox. So just having my, I'm going to have quinoa for my carbs. I'm going to have the vegetables, obviously. And then I'm going to have the protein sauce as my turkey burgers. Just for today, and then tomorrow all day vegetables, day after protein and vegetables. And that is done. Put this away. Okay, so here we are. I'll show you the consistency of this soup with a ladle. So this is the colour, so you can see, and it's just vegetables, like I said, onion, garlic, ginger, beautiful mixture of it. It smells really, really lovely as well. It smells kind of spicy because I have put 2 chilies in it. But that's what I'm going to be having, all of the goodness in just one pan. Like I said, there was a pepper, a red pepper in it, a leek in it, a couple of mushrooms, onion, garlic, ginger, plenty of fruits. That's done. I'm going to put that on the side. And then we're going to check on a couple. So I'm going to show you my tuna pasta bake. Again, tuna pasta bake, really super simple. Dried pasta, wholemeal. So I buy this one here. It's called Excusely, and it is wholemeal pasta. So slightly better because it's wholemeal. And then you're just going to pop it dry, and then I put 2 cans of tuna, mix the tuna up into the pasta, And then I had one can of pasta bake sauce. So I do every now and then buy those. Oops, quinoa is boiling away nicely. And then that's it really, and a bit of mozzarella cheese on top. Salt, pepper, a bit of olive oil, obviously always make it nice tasty. You can make it even nicer if you were to cook all of that first, then pop it in the oven. Either ones you can do. But this way, it actually works quite well. Let me show you. You can see hopefully this. Oh, here it is. Now, you know I would have tried this because that's what I do, and I can't. So this is what's making me a bit more disciplined. So all of the pasta, I can touch it, feel it, it's really soft now. There's a couple of bits which are on the top are a little bit crunchy, but actually it's quite a nice taste to have a little crunchy pasta in it. But this is done. This took me, I just did it just before I came on, so half an hour to actually get this ready. But with it, I'm serving a whole broccoli to make sure that I balance out maybe not so great option of food with something more whole, and that's what we have there. That's what we have, the whole broccoli here, ready to serve. And the boys like it. There's nothing in it. There's no butter, there's not oil. I don't think there's any need for it, to be honest, especially with the rich food that they're about to have. Okay, so the quinoa will take at least 10 to 12 minutes to cook. Like I said, you make it, you put it in a Tupperware, and then you use it as and when you want. You can put it in salad, you can put it in soup. So I can actually drop it in soup as my carb portion and make the soup a bit more heavier, a bit more fuller than you can feel, and you can have it as your porridge. So you got dry quinoa, pour some milk in it if you're having nut milk, if you're not having the regular, pour some of that and just pop it in the microwave or cook it on the stove. Make it nice and creamy, then add your normal peanut butter or almond butter to it and top it up with some fruit. So it can actually take place of oats if you want to have this particular. So don't be frightened to actually try it out versus just thinking about it and not actually doing something about it. You know, just try it. See if you didn't like it, you just don't have to have it anymore. I can't see why you don't like this. It's not massive amounts, not much taste to it. There it is. This is tricolour one. Tricolour quinoa. You can get like a 1 colour or 2 colour or 3 colours. So mine is 3 colours. So just cooking away nicely here. And it will take around, like I said, 10 to 12 minutes to cook, which is fine. You can cover the lid or not. It doesn't actually matter. There's no nutrients that are running away. It's not that kind of food. It's not vegetables. And then I've also prepared some of my meatballs, which I definitely do. They need to come out, as you can see. Just regular turkey meatballs that I made with onion, and this time I put some chipotle sauce in it. Chipotle sauce is becoming my super favorite thing. Chipotle sauce and also harissa paste. I think I showed it to you guys the other day. Make sure you get it and pop it in your spice cabinet. They do go in the fridge, by the way, because they are wet sauces. And they're not like a jar of sauce. It's like a teaspoon you need to use to spice up. Like fantastic flavors are in it, like tamarind and peppers and hot chilies in it. It's not that hot, actually. I don't think it's hot for me. So I was really, really pleased with mine. So here we are. We have tuna bake. We have vegetable bell soup, pepper soup, and we have the quinoa being cooked. So I won't take any more of your time. And I'm going to get ready to open my fast with all the yummy foods that I made. There is going to be a new appreciation for food, especially when you've been fasting for 24 hours now. So 24 hours and 15 minutes. 24 hours in 15 minutes. But you know, actually, because I was busy and I was doing my work, I even went for a walk, which I thought maybe I shouldn't because I want to preserve the energy. It was absolutely fine. It really was fine. I had drunk, this is my water in here, and it's got some lemon and some paprika and things in it just to make the water a bit more flavoursome. I just drank 3 of those, I need one more. And I had 2 coffees, and I had you can have coffee with a dash of nut milk in it, not dairy. So there's no dairy this week, which is really important to understand. We want the dairy to be away from our food for a week to give ourselves a reset. Back Monday, we're back to having a normal food. We will have that gut resetted, our microbiome will be more healthier, we'll feel clarity, and then those are some of the benefits I talked about this morning. If you missed out my fasting benefits, then go on and check that out. So fasting can be different types. It can be 16 and 8. Some people do 2-5-2, which is 5 days of normal food, 2 days of lower calorie, like 500 calories. But then you need to get into measuring things. And then most people that I know are very successful on 16-8, which is 16 hours of nothing and 8 hours of food, which is like 12 to 8, 12 to 7. 16-8. 16-8. Yes, 16-8. I'm right. I'm sure I said 18-6 this morning. Obviously, fasting has affected my brain cells a little bit. Anyway, I wish my mum had a YouTube channel because she made some lovely tofu and sent me a photo of that with tofu with some noodles and eggplant, I think. It looked really, really pretty, and I wish she had, because she will take you in her kitchen and show you what she makes. So I'm truly inspired by my mother when it comes to food. Have a great evening, guys. Let me know what you're cooking, and if you do try any of these dishes, then let me know how you got on with it. I'm always going to talk about health, I'm always going to talk about health benefits, but I also mix it up with things like pizza and pasta and make it real, because that's what we live in a society where we can't run away from these foods. We need to embrace them, but we need to know how much should we have. So if I was having a tuna pasta today, normally I would, as you know, I would probably have a good handful of portion, and then I'll have a lot of broccoli with it, rather than having lots of pasta, which is what we tend to do. We fill our plates up with pasta. And also men, women serving same sizes, that's not right, because a woman is generally smaller, burns less calories, 30% less calories. So when you're dishing up for your kids, make sure you're dishing up according to their size and activity level as well. You know, you don't want to give a child who's not moving a massive amount of food where a child is moving the same amount. You need to put it in context how much they need to eat according to their movement. And women and men are exactly the same. Men will have a much bigger portion than women. So if you're serving same at the moment, you need to think, why is that happening? Right, on that note, hope you've enjoyed this show. I'll catch you tomorrow evening. It's going to be vegetable this whole week. Vegetable and protein. So I'm going to be showing you something. I think we'll make a roast tomorrow. Roast chicken with roast potatoes, like a one thing, all in one. Might be throwing some vegetables in there. Take care, guys. Bye for now.